guys, so today I have swatches of the OPI Alice Through the Looking Glass collection. This is actually their Brights collection for this year, but they're not like super bright, so I don't know, it's weird to me. Like, I keep trying to remember that this is the Brights collection and that this is all we're getting for the Brights collection, but it's hard because they're just super not bright at all. Well, I mean, there's a couple, but not for like a collection that's technically the Brights collection. But anyway, I get that it was kind of like having to fit the movie and having to fit the Brights theme, but I feel like they should have done this collection like separately and not as the Brights. Okay, so there are 8 polishes in this collection. I didn't have this one in my hand earlier, but it's also pretty bright. Well, 9 technically, because there are these 8, and then there's the special edition polish as well. So I will have swatches of all 9 here in a second. I got these from btysales.com, which they are available on that website right now. So I will link that down below, and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Oh My Majesty, and this is a light gray with this pinky gold flash to it, and for the life of me I cannot get the flash to show in the bottle on camera. It's really pretty though. So here is one coat. This actually covers better than I thought it was going to on the first coat, and that shimmer is very strong, like stronger than it looks in the bottle, I think, even on the nail. Great formula on this one, and it's just really nice to see a very unique polish from a mainstream brand. I don't see things like this super often. So here is 2 coats. This one is still a bit streaky and a little bit sheer on the second coat, so I'm going to do a third. There are some brush strokes through that shimmer as it applies, but it looks like those go away as it dries. It was harder to tell in the first coat because it was a little bit more sheer, so I'll know for sure when the second coat dries. So here's 3 coats. This one covers completely in 3, but I actually think I like it better in 2 coats with a little bit of my nail line showing. And those brush strokes do go away as it dries. So there is 3 coats of Oh My Majesty. The next polish is called I'm Gown for Anything, and this is a light kind of pinky purple. I think it's more on the purple side than pink, but it is showing up cool and kind of grayed out on camera. So here's 1 coat. Has kind of a shocking opacity for me on the first coat. I've done the soft shades already today too, and I was kind of expecting this to be sheer like the soft shades were, but it's nearly opaque in 1 coat. It's got some streaks, so I will have to do a second, but it covers really well. Formula is very good as well. So here is 2 coats, and this one covers completely in 2. Again, great formula. This one is a little bit on the thicker side. I would not say that it's thicker than average, but that does attribute to the opacity. So there is 2 coats of I'm Gown for Anything. The next polish is called The Eyes Have It, and this is kind of a medium baby blue. So here's 1 coat. This one is a little bit more sheer than I was expecting, especially after the last one. It's a little tiny bit streaky and a little more on the curly side. Formula is good though, easy to apply. So here is 2 coats. This one actually covers completely in 2, which again I was not expecting because it was a little bit more sheer than I was expecting on the first coat. I will say the color looks like it's a little bit brighter on camera than it is in person though. I wish it was the color that the camera's showing, but it's a little more subtle than that. So there is 2 coats of The Eyes Have It. The next polish is called A Mirror Escape, and this looks like a metallic gold base with almost like matte, light pink or white micro glitters. I probably won't know until I get it on my nails because I haven't done a picture swatch for this one yet. So here is 1 coat. So this is a little bit sheer. It looks like a shimmery gold base with matte white and some matte light blue micro glitters in it. And I definitely think it's going to dry textured because those glitters do seem to stick up quite a bit from the base even before it's dried. So here is 2 coats. I can still see my nail line a bit with this one, so I am going to do a 3rd coat, and it did dry very textured. If you don't like that, you'll definitely want a top coat. The gold base also seemed to have some pretty bad brush strokes when I did my first coat, but it dried down really nicely with no brush strokes at all. So here is 3 coats. So I can still see my nail line a little bit on the 3rd coat, but not a ton, so it's not a big deal. It does dry very textured. I'm assuming it's intended to, but if you don't want it to look like that, you will want a top coat. The gold that's in here is really shiny. So there is 3 coats of A Mirror Escape. The next polish is called Fearlessly Alice, and this is a bright blue cream. So here's 1 coat. And this one covers really well in the first coat. It's a little bit streaky still, so it is going to need a second, but it has amazing coverage. Formula is fantastic as well. I will say that this one is also showing up a little bit brighter on camera than it is in person, but not much. So here is 2 coats. This one does cover completely in 2. Again, great formula. So there is 2 coats of Fearlessly Alice. The next polish is called Mad for Madness' Sake, and this is a bright pink. So here's 1 coat. This one covers pretty well on the first coat, but I can still see my nail line a bit, so it is going to need a second. Really good formula on this one though. So here's 2 coats. This one does cover completely in 2. I do have a little bit of blue on the skin around my nails from Fearlessly Alice. It didn't stain my nails. I didn't have it on very long. My nails don't stain very easy anyway, but it did stain the skin around them a little bit, so I'd be careful with that one. So there is 2 coats of Mad for Madness' Sake. The next polish is called Having a Big Head Day, and this is a red cream. So here's 1 coat. This one covers very evenly and is very saturated on the first coat, but I can still see my nail line a little bit, so I am going to do a second. Cricket is in my lap rubbing on my arm, so if I mess up on this one, it's not my fault. Formula is really good on this one as well. So here's 2 coats. This one is completely opaque in 2 and dries very shiny as well. So there is 2 coats of Having a Big Head Day. It is showing up, now that I look at it, a little bit more like orangey on camera. My lighting settings on my camera are so messed up. This is more of like a true typical OPI red than an orangey red like it's showing on camera. The next polish is called What's the Hatter with You, and this is a kind of berry cream. So here's 1 coat. And this one covers pretty well on the first coat. It's not quite as dark as the polish is in the bottle though, so I'm going to do a second coat to try to deepen that up. Great formula, and I do have a little bit of staining around my nails. Not on my nails, but on the skin from the red polish as well. So here's 2 coats. And this one covers completely, and it does now match the color that's in the bottle. Great formula, and even though this is supposed to be a Brights collection and it's spring, I really, really like these colors. By these colors, I mean like these kind of berry colors, not necessarily the collection as a whole. So there is 2 coats of What's the Hatter with You. And the last polish is called What Time Isn't It? And this is the special edition polish. It comes separately. Where is the box? In a box like this, which is really hard to fit in this angle. So it's sold separately from the collection, and this seems to be a silver metallic. I don't think they're holographic. No, they don't look holographic. Silver metallic, little itty bitty tiny bar glitters in a gray cream base. So we'll see what happens. So here is 1 coat. So the base is a little bit sheer. It has to, or else you'd never see the bar glitters. The bar glitters take a little bit of manipulation to spread out evenly, but they're not terrible. And I actually don't hate this. The formula is good. I thought I would hate it since of how much I hate when OPI does this with like metallic bases, but this one is like pleasantly different, it being in a cream base. I don't hate it actually, and it makes a lot of sense with the name and with the theme. So here is 2 coats. This one covers completely in 2. You will want a top coat, but those glitters don't stick out too much. They're pretty small and fine, and they tend to lay flat. I'm just really shocked at how much I like this on my nails, because when I saw it in the bottle, I was so disappointed. So there is 2 coats of What Time Isn't It? So Fiercely Alice is definitely my favorite. I've been trying to get polishes together to bring with me on vacation, so I'll have a week to paint my nails, and it's going to be awesome. So far, I picked out like every blue that OPI has come out with this year. The 2 from this collection, I'm going to end up bringing like just a ton of blues, but this one is my favorite. I do really like this color. I feel like OPI might have done this in the past, but I don't have anything that's close to it myself. So yeah, I like this one. So that is the OPI Brights Alice Through the Looking Glass collection for 2016. Again, those came from btysales.com, and I will link to that website down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later.